Today I want to talk to you seriously and thoughtfully about how our thoughts and emotions don't just shape our mood, but literally influence our health, our habits, our decisions, and even the life script we end up living. It's a really important topic, because so often we underestimate the power of our inner dialogue. We're used to thinking that stress and problems are things life imposes on us. We think, it's the circumstances, it's other people, it's fate. But the truth is, stress is not so much what happens outside as it is how we experience it inside. It's our reaction, our thoughts, our emotions. Think about it. One single thought can trigger a very real physiological reaction in the body. Remember a moment before an important meeting or difficult conversation, when your heart started beating faster, your breathing became shallow, and your muscles tensed, even though nothing had happened yet. Or when you were lying in bed but replaying an argument over and over in your head, mentally fighting with someone. And suddenly you noticed your jaw clenched, your stomach tight, your mood ruined. This isn't imagination. It's real biochemistry. Our body doesn't distinguish between what's real and what's imagined. For it, a thought of threat is a signal to act. Stress hormones are released, adrenaline and cortisol. In nature, stress is designed as a survival mechanism. A rabbit sees a fox and instantly all its muscles tense, it bolts to its burrow. When the danger passes, it exhales, calms down, and goes back to its activities. The body returns to balance. But for humans it's different. We don't have lions in the forest, but we have debts, news, uncertainty about the future, conflicts at work, problems in relationships. And most importantly, we have memory and imagination. We can activate the stress response even without real danger. We can spend hours or days mentally revisiting the past. We can fear the future. And the body all that time believes the threat is real. As a result, stress stops being a brief reaction and becomes a chronic state. This destroys health. It weakens the immune system, disrupts sleep, causes chronic muscle tension, raises blood pressure, strains the heart and circulatory system. And all of this is the result of thoughts and emotions we repeat over and over. It's important to understand, stress isn't just what happens outside. It's something we trigger inside ourselves. Of course, this doesn't mean life will stop bringing us challenges. Problems won't disappear. But we can learn to respond differently. And in that lies true freedom. Because if a thought can trigger stress and illness, that same thought can also start a healing process. When we learn to observe our thoughts, to stop them and redirect our attention, we gradually train our body and mind to react in a new way. This doesn't happen in a day. For years we've repeated the same thoughts and emotions. We've automatically worried, gotten angry, taken offense, felt fear. These reactions became our normal. But character isn't a life sentence. It's just a habit. And habits can be changed. Yes, it takes time and effort. You have to learn to notice your thoughts. To ask yourself, is this thought helping me? Making me calmer, healthier, happier? You have to learn to interrupt destructive patterns. To pause. To breathe. To consciously choose a different reaction. For example, practicing gratitude. Remembering what is already good. Noticing small joys and pleasant moments every day. It's not magic. It's a skill. Because the body doesn't know if these emotions are real or imagined. If you train yourself daily to feel gratitude, calm, love, the body accepts that as reality. Neural connections change. Hormonal balance shifts. Over time, you stop being a prisoner of stress and regain the ability to relax and recover. But there's something even more important I want to talk about. We often live with the pattern of, when life changes, then I'll be calm and happy. When I have money, then I'll finally relax. When I find love, then I'll feel worthy. It's such a familiar pattern. But it's a path of dependence. It's a script where we give control over our emotional state to external circumstances. Basically, we're saying, I don't decide for myself, other people, money, events decide for me. The problem is, even when something outside changes, inside it stays the same. Old thoughts and emotions return. And we slip back into the same familiar state. Even new opportunities or good events often don't bring lasting fulfillment. The alternative to this approach is learning to change your state from the inside. It means not waiting for external changes but learning to evoke in yourself the emotions of the future now. It means consciously choosing to feel gratitude, calm, love. Even if nothing has changed on the outside. Because the body doesn't know if these emotions are real or imagined. It just responds. Neural pathways change. Hormonal balance reorganizes. Even gene expression can shift. This isn't esoterica. It's biology that scientists study. But it requires practice. By age 30 to 35, most of our personality is made up of habits and automatic reactions. We wake up and immediately start thinking about problems. Those thoughts trigger emotions, and the day follows the same old script. We say, that's just who I am, that's my character. But character is the result of repetition. It's a program that can be changed. Being a victim is staying in that program and waiting for life to change on its own. Being a creator is deciding to start changing your thoughts and emotions. Even if at first it feels uncomfortable and unfamiliar. It's a journey. It's a process. It's not about always being cheerful or never feeling stress. It's about being able to return to balance. Learning to notice our reactions. Choosing our state. When you change your inner state, you change your actions. And with them, the results in your life. That way you stop being a prisoner of the past and start consciously creating your future. Where to start? With small steps. With observing yourself. Noticing your thoughts and emotions. Asking yourself, is this taking me where I want to go? Learning to stop internal conflicts. Pausing. Breathing more deeply. Practicing gratitude. Finding joy in simple things. Learning to feel calm and love without conditions. Over time, this becomes a new habit. You start to change. And life starts to change with you. It's the path from victim to creator. This is exactly what I want to dedicate this channel to. Here I'll share how to observe your thoughts, manage your inner state, and work with your vibrations. So that together we can learn to be calmer, more aware, healthier, and freer inside. If this topic speaks to you, subscribe. Let's discover this path together.